Hello, everybody, and welcome to December's Cancer Inspirations podcast, where we continue on our journey through my book, Meditation with Intention, Quick and Easy Ways to Create Lasting Peace, with foreword by Dr. Sadia Khan, director of our breast cancer survivorship program at Hoag Hospital. And we are currently on Intention 6, which is I Trust My Inner Truth. Now, if you've missed any of these podcasts, you're more than welcome to go back and listen to them. They're all available via our Hoag YouTube channel. So in this chapter, we follow on from the last chapter by examining how we can learn to trust our inner truth once we have drowned out all of the external noise. And we'll navigate this by looking into how you can empower yourself by finding balance within and letting go of guilt and shame. This release is key for successfully tapping into your intuition and trusting your wisdom from within. Our intuition never guides us down the wrong path. The only problem has been when we don't listen to it. The good news is that we all have this inner compass and wisdom, every single one of us. The difficult part is figuring out how to tune in to hearing it and then learning how to trust it and be guided by it. I spent a long time drowning out that voice until I realized that it really is on my side. Part of our problem is that we don't believe in ourselves enough to trust our inner voice, so we spend our lives second-guessing ourselves and the decisions made along our path. Your instincts will never lead you astray. The only problem is that a lot of the time we choose to ignore that little feeling inside, or are unable to tune our internal frequency to even hear that voice guiding us from within. As they say, hindsight is a valuable thing. How many times have you thought to yourself, I knew I should have listened to that inner voice or feeling? The next logical question is, how are you able to tune into your inner voice so you can really listen to it and trust what it is telling you? How do you even hear it amid the outside noise? Unfortunately, we can't just flip a switch and magically hear this inner voice and solve all of our problems. It takes time and is often not an easy process to develop in order to fully build awareness of what is going on within you. The good news is that you can develop this awareness through the practices of meditation, mindfulness, and the exercise and intention setting for this chapter. It's fully worth it. Once you develop this skill, it will serve you day in and day out without fail and help you in making far better choices in your life. Who doesn't want to make better life choices after all? Without the time spent on self-reflection and drowning out the noise around me to really hear my inner voice and purpose, I would honestly not be where I am today. When we journey inward to hear the wisdom of our soul, it can be a very frightening experience, as we really do not know what will unfold and what course life will start to go down. It also brings to the surface things we dislike in ourselves or fears that we have buried deep within us that we would rather not confront. However, it is only through this path of self-study, or svadhyaya, as we call it in meditation and yoga philosophy, that we can finally let go of actions and behavior in our lives that no longer serves our highest good. Personally, I am ever ready to let go of things that are holding me back, especially in my own mind, as this is the place where our limitations, self-imposed or otherwise, are planted and take root. Once you establish your connection to your inner wisdom, you are then able to balance that fine line between tuning into your inner voice while still respecting and valuing other people's input in your life and encouraging it in a positive way. When you throw in added external pressure from family and friends, trusting your intuition in life can become so confusing. I've witnessed people who are more than happy to allow others to lead them and make important decisions for them. Some may think this is a great thing, and sometimes it can be a helpful thing. But absolving yourself of your responsibility to lead your own life and not having your voice heard in even minor life choices can result in lasting blockages being created within you. It can also contribute to a loss of confidence and a sense of self-worth from within. And this is something that all of you are in different stages with. You all have some form of cancer diagnoses, and you'll be at different stages of that diagnosis, different stages of your treatment. I myself at Hoag work with our previvor, survivor, and metastatic community. And so it's really important that we all feel genuinely empowered from within, listened to, respected, and valued, be it with our cancer journey and, of course, beyond. And if we don't, this contributes to a loss of confidence and ability to speak our truth, or even having the ability to know your truth and trust your tuition from deep within. A recipe for success is establishing boundaries with yourself as to what input you will tolerate from other people, as well as being very clear within yourself of your own personal boundaries. It may help to start journaling or making a list of what things make you feel good in your life and what things tend to have a disempowering effect. It can be liberating to have a journal for effect. This could be something you start doing at the end of your day as a way of releasing the day and processing your thoughts and emotions in a productive way. Knowing your worth in life, not being afraid to ask for more, and setting boundaries with people if you feel it is warranted are key to this process. Very often, we may feel uncomfortable speaking our truth or asking for more in our jobs and in our relationships. We may feel unworthy, or that what we have is good enough and we should stay satisfied and not rock the boat. It takes courage to speak our personal truths and honor ourselves. Sometimes it may seem a very daunting task to start taking the necessary steps toward emboldening yourself to voice your emotions. It is also very important to feel empowered enough to be able to say no to people and know that it is okay to do so. So often we are afraid of letting people down, especially if we ourselves are people pleasers, that we end up taking on too much and wearing ourselves down in the process. Just as important is becoming aware of stealing other people's time and energy along with your own valuable time and energy. What has been a truly liberating experience is being mindful of my own time and personal truth, and not overextending myself or feeling guilty if I am unable to meet everybody's expectations. It is vital that we find that balance in life in order to feel happy and whole, but also not resentful if others or my own expectations are not met. It is easy to become bitter if partners, friends, or family are not meeting our desires and needs. I used to have the expectation that friends should be available when I needed them, and justified this by telling myself that I was always available for them, so they should be for me. Don't you love our internal justifications? The things we end up reasoning about in our own minds and making excuses for is wild. In essence, I was giving, but unconsciously expecting to receive in return for my time and effort without realizing I had a selfish attitude toward others' time. None of this helps you tune into your inner voice. In fact, it just brings you further away from the process of learning to be led from within. In my own experience and with my patients, rarely do the results come if we are not vocal about our expectations and having our needs and wants met, while also respecting the needs and wants of others. You must have clarity within to be able to articulate what you need and expect from others and be open to feedback. This can be a big stumbling block for a lot of people, and some may find it very difficult to overcome. If you feel you lack the confidence from within, spend some time tuning into your inner truth, which the past exercises will aid you in doing through the practices of meditation and mindfulness. Start to listen to your messages from within as they are there and waiting to be heard. Very often we spend our lives drowning out the voice from within, as we do not want to hear what it has to say due to our own fears and negative thought patterns. The path of meditation and mindfulness helps us to make that shift and create more balance and peace in our lives. It empowers us to be unafraid to explore with love, compassion, and non-judgment what is going on in our own minds and dealing with our internal blockages and negative thought patterns. This is all we have control over anyway, versus expending so much time and energy worrying about everybody else's problems and issues. Think of all the time you have spent chewing your friend's ear off about drama that you really didn't need to be engaged in, period. Know that to maintain your sense of peace within, you must have faith in yourself and your own abilities. Don't you ever feel guilty or ashamed for doing what's best for you, especially as you have a cancer diagnosis. And what I always say to my patients is, if not now, when? If not now, when are you going to prioritize your own health, your own mental well-being, your physical health, your emotional health? And don't feel guilty or ashamed for doing what's right and best for you. And having this faith can take some time, reprogramming our minds as you learn to let go of other people's expectations of who or what you should be. If you really have this sense of self-worth and self-love, you won't waste time dissecting other people's issues and actions or worrying about what people might say about your life choices. I invite you to have the courage and faith in yourself and to know your worth, as you are worth more than enough. If there is an area in your life that has been lacking, have that faith in yourself to not be afraid to ask for more in your career or relationships, as we so often are. And I want to start inviting you to do this as part of a daily mindfulness practice. And as we end our podcast, I want to share a 5-minute heart-opening practice with you all. So start by bringing your attention to your heart space and taking a moment to get grounded in this area by focusing on your breath. Then visualize a lotus flower being planted deep within the heart space. The lotus flower is very symbolic in Eastern philosophy as it represents the duality of life and how we can all be like the lotus flower that starts its journey in murky, muddy waters, but rises above it to bloom to its full potential in life, repelling the water and dirt. Feel that by your love you are nurturing this lotus within, allowing it to bloom into its full glory. As you do so, repeat the intention for this chapter silently. I trust my inner truth. Start to feel yourself tuning in to your lotus blooming within, allowing it to reveal its secrets to you. All knowledge is within you. So start trusting the process of allowing your spirit to guide you forward on your path. And as the month of December is upon us, I want to wish you all a safe, peaceful, and happy end to 2023. With the important and vital reminder that this happiness and peace begins in each of our own hearts and minds, and only then can we spread and emanate it to the world around us. I hope you enjoy the last month of this year, and I hope you find time to reflect and do the inspiration, the meditation practice that I have offered as a part of this month. And I hope you all stay safe and well.